It was just my imagination once again running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. What's up, y'all? This is Ty, and I am here to review Season 2, Episode 21 of Tyler Perry's comedy drama soap opera, The Oval. And tonight's episode is titled Powerful Hands. And that song was for Priscilla, because this was all in her head. This was her imagination. She ain't shot nobody, man, and ain't nobody shot her. But before I get into that, you know what I gotta do? I gotta give a shout out to my lovely subscribers. I have 655 subscribers right now, and I thank you. I appreciate that. But come on, let's make it 700. Let's make it 1,000. Let's make it 1,000,000. Come on, let's keep growing this channel. So shout outs to the ones holding me down, my lovely subscribers in my comment section. And you too can be one of my lovely subscribers by doing what? Bam! Hitting that subscribe button that's on whatever side of your device, wherever it is, over here, over there, wherever. Hit it. Come on. You know you're going to enjoy this channel. You're going to have fun. Leave comments. Have fun with me. Anyway, shout outs to my people. R. Smith. Hope, hey, how you doing, Hope? Lamont Simpson, Simply Be Yourself 100, Jewel Winfield, Angelica the Brat, Miss D, Kryptonian Black, R.C. Kroger, Bobby Ray, Savannah Rivers of Moore, Rashard Stallsworth, Miss Tasha, Ramona Heath, Leo Queen, Randall Brown, Kevin Payton, and Tia Divine, and all the rest of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Like I said, it was all in Priscilla's head. She ain't shot nobody. Last week we seen her shoot the first lady, and then Sam shoot her, and we like, what? Why you do that to your wife? But I'm glad it was all a dream. It was just a dream, a simple fantasy. That Priscilla thought she shot the first lady, but it wasn't true. It was just a dream, just a simple dream. But I'm glad that was. But you know what pissed me off? I did not like how the president was talking to Sam and treating Sam in that scene. Just the cursing at him and the berating him and, come here, I'm the president. What did I say to you? Listen, that's not how that works. You know, I don't give a damn who you are. You're not. I'm a grown man, dog. You ain't talking to me like that. I don't care what the job is. That's my last day on the job. You ain't talking to me like that, man. Are you crazy? But no, Sam kept his cool, and then Sam went to help Priscilla. Priscilla need to go home because she shouldn't have came to work. I don't know who told her to come to work. She's not. She's shaking and trembling and upset. This ain't working for her. She needs to go home. She needs to go home. Meanwhile, we also see Lily on the phone with Muscle Man Bobby. And I love you, baby, and all this foolishness. I still don't understand how these people are so in love. And she tells him that she's going to go to the White House because she has to dress the first lady because the first lady is going to see her dad. So Bobby tells Max, this is a perfect time for us to strike now. This is what we need to do. So they're getting their plan in motion to get their hands on the president. So we're going to see what happens with that. Now, here's something that made me laugh and made me laugh real good. Did y'all see the way they brought Jason into the White House? They carried Jason in like a damsel in distress like this. I said, what is this foolishness? He should be sent straight to the jail. They carried him in and the doctors helping him out. And he's clearly, Alan busted him upside the head with that guitar real good because he is out like a light. The first lady is disgusted. She's like, what happened? Donald tells her, your son assaulted someone. What? He assaulted a woman? What happened? Then she's like, who? He didn't want to say who. I'm like, just tell her who. Then he says, a staffer. She said, what staffer? So he finally tells her it was Ellie. So, she's like, oh, her. And, she don't really much care too much for Ellie. But then Victoria was like, you know what? When we go to my father, this dude is going straight to where our daughter is because I had enough of him. We got to lock him up, period. But see, my thing is nobody, the press or no one is noticing that the first lady's daughter is missing. Nobody's noticing that. And now this don't know, they got some crazy children. They just got some crazy children. And so nobody decided to even check in on Crazy Jason. The president was more concerned about Ellie. He's going to check on Ellie. And I don't know where the first lady went. So speaking of Ellie and the president, did y'all see the president still? They're both stupid. He has to be written as the most dumbest, irresponsible, idiotic man ever. This is a dumb president. This is not the time to be trying to get you some, but you see him pushing all up on Ellie. Are you okay? Talk to me. And kissing on her and trying to get something. And she says, no, not at first. And he's like, you're safe with me. Then you see the buttons I push. Just idiotic stuff. You know how much power I have. And clearly it worked because then she turned around and so as they're getting it on, this was a funny scene. Who turns around in that swivel chair and smacks the earth, wind, and fire out of Ellie. You whore. Pow! Smacks her. And she tells her, you're fired. You better get out of here because if I see you again, you're going to be dead. I'm going to kill you. Ellie's stupid. How much more abuse do you need to take? Why would you? His son just tried to choke you out and now he's trying to bang you out and you going for that? What? You get everything you deserve. I kind of wanted Jason to do, I wanted her to be his last kill because she's really stupid and really annoying. So it's just really getting on my nerves. That's just totally, completely getting on my nerves. And then we had the scene with, Barry, Sharon, and Kareem, and Richard in the elevator. Stupid. She's in the corner, cowering down, hiding her face. Now, Barry just, like I said last week, Barry has been doped up with, what did I say? He had crack, coke, Pepto-Bismol, cod liver oil, crazy glue, all that stuff. Ragaducci doped him up. Clearly, he's out of his coma. He's doing fine now. And now they can take him home. And he's back to same old Barry. So he's in the elevator and he's like, hey, is that Sharon? Sharon! And she in there with this punk Kareem. And he's like, Sharon. And she, oh, hi, Barry. Why are you cowering down? That scene made me mad. So then Richard's like, chill. He's like, what you doing in here? Did something happen to the baby? Did you get an abortion, whatever? And he somehow reaches for her and he notices that she has a ring on. And he's like, oh, you engaged now? And then Kareem was like, yeah, she's engaged and you better go somewhere. And then Kareem is being totally disrespectful. I can't stand Kareem. He's annoying. So he's like, yeah, she's engaged now. And he says something else to him. And Richard's like, be quiet. And then Kareem was like, who the F you talking to? Now, see, that's when Richard should have let Barry go and let Barry handle Kareem because you're not going to disrespect my father. So then, but Richard pulls him up against the wall and says, listen, calm down. She lost the baby. And so that's when Barry got really hurt and said, I keep losing my children. But you know what was stupid about that scene? When they were in the elevator and Richard was trying to get him off, Barry goes, this ain't our floor. Well, ain't y'all all going to go to the lobby to leave the hospital? Or what floor y'all plan on going to? I thought you go down the L so you all can leave. I don't know. But that kind of was like, what do you mean this ain't our floor? This should be y'all all should be getting off at the same floor. But that really hurt Barry to hear that. Then we see Sharon crying and in the car with Kareem. And she says to Kareem, did you know that Barry was in the hospital? And is that why you proposed to me? Because you knew he was in the hospital? I'm like, what is this foolishness? And so they go through this whole commotion about that. Did you know why she was in the hospital? And this, that, and the third. And I'm like, so then she tells him, you know what? I don't think I want to marry you. And he says, well, because she says he asked her, was she still in love with Barry? She's like, she didn't answer that. But she's like, I don't think I want to marry you. You play these games. He's like, but I do love you and I do want to marry you. And I know this is for real. And then he accused her of liking to be treated like crap and all this other foolishness. That was all just dumb to me. Kareem is dumb. to me anyway. And I was like, that whole scene just got on my nerves. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Then we have another scene where Donald finds out from Kyle that Kyle's password has been locked because Sam locked his password. And Donald calls Sam in there and tells him, unlock his password and reactivate him now. Pronto. We got to reactivate him and we got to do what we got to do. And then Kyle is like, he's going to be trouble for us. So I guess he's going to be plotting on Sam. Meanwhile, they also find out that Bobby and Max are still alive. So now they're like, okay, we got to do something about that. We got to figure that whole thing out. And we got to figure that whole thing out. And we see where when Lily's coming into the White House to meet with the First Lady, she has that little exchange with Kyle. Because Kyle now knows that her, you probably still been seeing old boy. So that was a little interesting right there. What else happened at that? Let's go back to the First Lady. The First Lady mentions to the President, I meant to mention this, the First Lady mentions to the President, listen, if you're stupid with this whole thing of you messing with this young girl and all this, I forgot to mention this earlier, you messing with Ellie and all this foolishness, if my father dies, our whole world crumbles. Because she keeps saying, my father's getting up there in age, but he's a very powerful man. And if he falls, he's the puppet master. If the puppet master falls, we all fall down. So you got to do something. So then the president says to her, well, listen, when we go see your dad, which is like within an hour, when we go see your dad, make sure you tell him about Ellie and Jason, because she's a liability now. It's like she's a threat. She's a threat to him, so she's a threat to us. So I don't know what's going on. I guess they're going to try to kill Ellie now. I don't know. That whole thing was crazy. But then we get to this scene where Lily is invited over to the White House to have this conversation, this very tense conversation with the First Lady. Now, this is what I'm not getting. The First Lady states that she needs a certain dress, to go see her father within an hour. How fast and how good is Lily that she can put this dress together within an hour for you to go see? Oh, she going to go buy it. And she even threw some insults at her. But she told Lily, you and I are going to need each other because our husbands work together and there are a lot of things. And I need a friend like you. We need to be close. We need to do this. But as she says that, she was also, before that, picking with Priscilla again and telling Priscilla, bitch, go bring me some tea, and I don't trust you. And she didn't say bitch, but I'm adding that. But she's, I don't trust you, this, that, and the third. Go bring me some tea and all this stuff. Just picking. So Priscilla's in the kitchen, trembling and shaking and holding the knife and crying and damn near foaming at the mouth. I'm like, come on, just go home. So she's talking to Richard, and Richard's like, listen. She's asking Richard, did you know he was sleeping with her? Richard says, this is not the place. Let's not talk about this. He tells her to be quiet. The more he tells her to be quiet, the louder Priscilla gets. And she's yelling and screaming and all of that. And in walks the First Lady. After Priscilla's like, that bitch, she's evil, this, that. And in walks the First Lady. And Priscilla gets quiet. And the First Lady say, you had something to say? And that's where it ends. So I thought we were going to get a cat fight, a brawl or something, because the tension was there. Shoot, I was even looking for Lily in the First Lady fight. I was just looking for a fight tonight. I don't know. But that didn't happen. None of that happened tonight. It's building up. I think this is the next to last episode. I think next week is the season finale. Tell me, guys, what did you think of tonight's episode? And what did you think about this whole thing of Priscilla dreaming that whole thing? That was crazy to me. I'm like, it was a dream. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Let's go back to the First Lady and Jason. When she went in that room and woke him up by slapping him and said to him, you fool, you're going down. She told him, where your sister went, you're going to the same place. And he's like, I'm not going. I just need help. I need therapy. She says, no, you're just like your father and all this other crazy stuff. She said that to him. But I was still waiting for something to pop off. and nothing popped off. So you know what? I'm expecting next week for the season finale, total mayhem, total chaos. I want to be laughing. I want this last episode of the season to be over the top and ridiculous so I can get a good laugh on. Tonight was decent, but I wanted more. I wanted somebody. I thought Priscilla and the first lady was going to be all over the floor, dynasty style, rolling around the White House, fighting, throwing dishes at each other, something. Give me that. That's what I wanted. I wanted some of that. But that's all I got for now, guys. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about tonight's episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my other videos. I do appreciate y'all, and I will see you all in the next video. Be blessed.